Hola, chavos. Bienvenidos a esta nueva lección.
Today will be an awesome day. Experiences you won't forget. You're here to learn different things, many ways you've never seen. Different style, much more fun. Everybody will have a good time. Knowledge is what you need. If a champ you wanna be, what can be better than this? 'Cause what you need, we gotta hear now. Everybody now sing with me. Take my hand and follow me. 'Cause you are about to see all the things you need to succeed.
Unit 5, Lesson 24, Project, Making a Book of Tales, Part 2. Organizarán la información y decidirán cómo ilustrar su cuento o historia.
¿Cómo están? En el episodio de hoy, haremos el borrador de aquello que elegimos hacer para nuestro proyecto final. Podíamos elegir escribir un cuento, una historia, una leyenda o una biografía.
Así es. ¿Alguna vez has querido contar una historia, pero no sabes muy bien cómo organizarla?
No te preocupes. En la sesión de hoy aprenderemos a escribir el borrador de una historia y a elegir algunas ilustraciones.
¿Recuerdas que en el programa anterior, Jimena quería escribir una leyenda sobre los huicholes? Pues hoy empezará a escribirla y Miguel tratará de ayudarla, a su modo. ¡Comenzamos!
Hello, rebels! Today we have a very special guest. Please, welcome Don Hernán. He's the town historian of Wirikuta in San Luis Potosí.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me.
Don Hernán wants to tell us how to organize and write a story.
To create a story, there are some aspects you need to decide before writing.
What you mean is... before writing your story, you must make a plan.
Exactly. First, we must decide what kind of text we want to do. For example, terror, realism or fantasy, a legend, a biography or a science fiction tale. You decide.
Okay! First, you decide the type of text.
Then, we think about the story. In other words, what happens?
That's true. I also know stories about kids who are lost and want to come back home, or heroes who must fight a monster to save a princess.
Yes. There are a lot of stories you can tell, and it can be a happy or a sad story. Very melancholy or humorous.
Perfect. And then?
And finally, when you choose the type of text and the story, you must decide the structure.
The structure? What's that?
The structure is the order of events in your tale. I mean, how it happens.
I get it! You mean where the story begins and where it ends.
Yes, and everything that happens in between. You should make a list of everything you want to tell before you write your tale.
Okay, so basically, there are 3 steps to write a story. Decide a type of text, decide a story, and decide a structure.
Yes, that's it.
Can you tell us an example after this song?
Of course.
Let's hear a song, rebels! We are back, and Don Hernán is here to tell us how to write a story.
That's correct. For example, suppose I want to write a story. What's the first thing I need to do?
You must decide the type of text you want to write.
Perfect. I want to write a legend. A legend is a type of text. And then?
Then you must decide the story.
Correct. I want to write a legend about Atlacuache and how he stole the fire to give to the huicholes.
I see. The story is what happens in your tale.
And finally, I decide the structure. Look, this is the list of events of my story.
Ah, the list of events is the structure of the tale. Let's see. The huicholes suffer the cold. A star falls and set a tree on fire. The enemies of the huicholes find the fire. Some huicholes want to steal the fire, but they fail. After an animals meeting, the tlacuache decides to steal the fire. The tlacuache waits until the guardians are asleep. The tlacuache's tail is burned, and he steals the fire. The huicholes get the fire and thanks the tlacuache. Since that day, the tlacuache's tail is forever bald. This is a great story! So now what is next?
Now just write the story with all the details you want. It's easy. Just follow your list of events and you can't fail.
The story sounds very familiar to me.
It's a very old and a very beautiful Huichol legend.
Okay, thank you, Hernan. And thank you, Rebels. Now you know how to write a story. It's a lot of fun!
I can't do this.
Hey, Jimena! Why are you so angry?
I have to write a story. I decided to write a legend, but I don't know how to make up a story. I love reading stories, but creating a new one is different.
It's very easy. You just pick a type of text, then you decide the story, and finally you decide the structure.
Are you sure?
Yes! The town historian Don Hernan said this, and also told a great story about the tlacuache who stole the fire to give it to the huicholes.
That sounds great. Can you tell me the whole story? That way I can get inspired and write my own legend.
That's true. Now that you decide to write a legend, you just need to decide the story and the structure. I'm sure the story will help you. Ready?
Are you sure this is a story? This is very strange. This is not a Huichol legend.
You think so?
Okay, let's review the facts in order, according to you. The story begins when a spaceship landed and burned some trees with blue fire.
The spaceship burned the tlacuache's tail, and he decided to steal the blue fire.
Then, the Huicholes chased the Tlacuache to take the fire away from him.
The tlacuache joined the space deer and the galactic armadillo in order to decide what to do with the fire.
The animals and the Huicholes decided to use the blue fire to rescue a Huichol princess, who was captured by the evil ocelot.
Then, the huicholes and the tlacuache made a cage with the blue fire. And they imprisoned the ocelot right there.
The blue fire then flew to the moon, where the ocelot still lives in the fire cage.
And the tlacuache rescued the princess and married her. But then, at the wedding, the extraterrestrials appeared and started a fight!
I don't know. This story really sounds very strange to me. Spaceships and Huicholes? Are you sure?
Hey, it's a great story. Come on, let's show it to Hero.
Oh, this is so funny! The spaceship and the laser pistols.
Yes, it's so funny.
But this is not the story Don Hernan told us.
I knew it!
You mix two different kinds of stories.
Did I? Well, maybe.
Yes, it's a Huichol legend mixed with a science fiction story Miguel invented.
Is that bad?
No, completely opposite. You used your creativity and made up a new story. All you need to do is organize it.
Organize it?
Yes, you need structure.
Yes, and be sure that your story has an introduction, a conflict, a climax, and a resolution.
I get it. So we must follow our list of events and write the story in a logical sequence.
Okay, now I get it. I can use the story Miguel made up and then organize it.
Yes, and I'm sure you will write a great story.
Come on, Miguel. We can do this!
¿Qué tal? Hoy hemos escuchado dos historias muy diferentes que, al final, pueden ayudar a Jimena a escribir su leyenda.
Sí, pero resulta que una historia está mejor organizada que la otra. ¿Qué quiere decir esto?
Quiere decir que cuando ya sabemos el tipo de texto que queremos y de qué se trata la historia que vamos a contar, debemos organizarla de una manera lógica y estructurada. ¡Fíjense bien!
La historia que nos contó don Hernán comenzaba con una introducción, en la que nos da información básica para entrar en la historia.
Después, pasó al conflicto. Es decir, en la historia ocurrió algo que provocó problemas y la necesidad de resolverlos.
Luego, hay un clímax, es decir, lo que ocurre cuando uno o varios personajes tratan de resolver el conflicto.
Y al final, está el desenlace, que es la manera en que termina la historia y se resuelve el problema. En este caso, el desenlace es feliz.
¿Se dieron cuenta? Las historias tienen un orden determinado que podemos seguir para que resulte entretenida.
¡Exacto! ¿Y qué pasó con la historia que contó Miguel? No estaba bien organizada y era un poco confusa. ¿Se acuerdan?
Es cierto, la historia de Miguel estaba contada así.
En vez de una estrella, llega una nave espacial.
Y luego ocurren 3 conflictos: el robo del fuego, la persecución y el rapto de la princesa.
En el clímax, la princesa es rescatada.
Y en el desenlace, la princesa se casa con el tlacuache, aunque también aparecen los extraterrestres.
Pero, ¿sabes cuál es el problema?
El problema es que la historia tiene 3 conflictos, pero solo se resuelve uno.
¡Exacto! Y no solo eso. También hay un final que no concluye.
Es verdad. El final no parece un final, porque todavía hay conflictos por resolver.
Solo hay que ajustar la información y darle orden. Si Miguel y Jimena juntan las dos historias, tal vez puedan crear algo nuevo.
This is the list of events of my story.
Ah, the list of events is the structure of the tale. Let's see. The Huicholes suffered the cold. A star falls and set a tree on fire. The enemies of the Huicholes find the fire. Some Huicholes want to steal the fire, but they fail. After an animals meeting, the Tlacuache decides to steal the fire. The Tlacuache waits until the guardians are asleep. The Tlacuache's tail is burned, and he steals the fire. The Huicholes get the fire and thanks the Tlacuache. Since that day, the Tlacuache's tail is forever bald. This is a great story! So now what is next?
Now just write the story with all the details you want. It's easy. Just follow your list of events and you can't fail.
No olviden que para crear su propia historia, pueden leer cuentos, leyendas y todo lo que les dé buenas ideas.
Lo importante es que usen su creatividad. Nos vemos en la siguiente sesión. ¡Hasta luego!